Hey there, everybody. It's me. I'm definitely not been drinking. No, I'm kidding. Had a lot of water, so I've been drinking. Staying hydrated. Welcome to the channel, everybody. For those of you who are new, hello. For those of you who are old, hello. We will do the cards here in just a second. I just got to get logged into my iPad, and then we'll go from there. Okay. All right, thumbs up already. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, and we are on March 3rd. Crazy how fast the time is going by already. Feels like just yesterday it was March 2nd. Oh, crazy times. All right, so March 3rd. All right, okay. So, whoever wants to speak first, or you can forever hold your peace, you would be first in line. Oh, Anita. Okay. How you doing, Anita? Yes, I got you on the list. You're the first one on the list. We're just going to do, starting out first, we're just going to be doing the first day of the week readings, or, well, Tuesday, I guess. So let's look at Tuesday's energy and see what we can come up with here. Let me get weirdly comfortable. Taking my shoes off. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right, getting ready. Grab my, there we go. All right, so Monday's energy. Okay. Awesome, Anita. We'll get to your question in 1 second. We're just going to do Monday's reading, or Tuesday's reading first. So let's look at what's coming up for Tuesday, which is tomorrow. This is March 3rd. This is a live reading for those of you tuning in. And let's see what we can come up with here. Okay. Shuffle that. There we go. Monica, how are you doing? How's it going for the Monica? Okay, so Monday's or Tuesday's reading. Keep saying Monday. Awesome, Monica. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Okay. I can add you to the list in just a second here. Let me lay some cards down. Let me put you on. Let me put your name on here. You'll be second. You'll be after Anita. Like I said, we're just going to do the start for Tuesday. Tuesday's reading. All right, Monica. There we go. Okay, that works. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to shuffle these energy cards, and then we will get started to do this reading, and then we'll get started on the people on the list. But yeah, welcome everybody. How was everyone's weekend? Did everyone have a good time? And if you didn't have a good time, hopefully you have a good time this week. Get other tricks. Okay. Here we go. All right. One more shuffle for the energy oracle cards here. They're a little bit more unruly, a little bit harder to handle. But that is just how it is. Okay, let's see what we can come up with here. And then I'll read you what we have for Tuesday. Ooh, all right. So, we have the Hermit. Okay, take a look at that card there. Then we have, yes, April, you would be after Monica, who is after Anita, so you would be number 3 on the list. So stay with me, guys, and we'll have April after Monica. Who is after Anita? So I'm reading Anita first, then Monica, then April. Awesome. Okay. So like I said, the Hermit card. Do I do timing? To an extent. It won't be... Okay. We'll look at that question in just a second, April. Like I said, you're number 3 on the list, so keep that question in mind. Yeah, I do timing. We'll see what we can come up with. It'll probably be more about monthly or weekly kind of time frames. And it'll only be usually within a 3-month span, because if I go any further out than that, it's kind of... Things can happen further out, but free will kind of affects a lot of time-based things. Hey there, Crow's Nest. Yes, you can ask a question. But you'll have to wait your turn. So you'll be number 4 on the list here. So I haven't started the actual readings yet, but it's Anita, Monica, April, and then Crow's Nest. I can't remember if you actually told me your name or like a letter we could call you. But you'll always be Crow's Nest in my heart. So that's what we'll go for. All right. Jessica, that's okay. And you told me that last time, I'm pretty sure. And I just forgot. And I will continue to forget forever and forever. Not because I don't remember, but because I forget. Which is me not remembering. I forget to tell people that. Okay, so then we have indecision, which is a lot like me, trying to decide what to get at the fast food menu. Even though every time I go, it's chicken tenders and a root beer. I have to look at the menu and act like I'm an adult. I am not. Then we have community. Okay, so what's interesting is we have the Hermit card, the Fool in reverse, 10 of Cups. So it could be that tomorrow is feeling like there's more company, there's more of an ease, there's more of an effort when it comes to making connection. Like it just seems like it's easier for us to do, right? And for a hermit like myself, I highly appreciate connection being a little bit more effortless, because who doesn't have a hard time connecting? You extroverts, you guys have it easy because you like people. For me, it's very much like, I'm trying to stop it. Sorry, the cats are getting ready to fight. I'm trying to like people. I'm trying to understand people, but it's very hard for me to get out of my little introverted shell. All right. I carry a shell with me everywhere I go, and I don't want anyone to get my gummy bits, when I'm out of the shell. Don't want to feel vulnerable, but I'm working on it, trying, which I think is what we all have to do. We have to challenge ourselves. Okay, so the Fool can be resistance, because this one is in reverse. It can be resistance toward things working in our favor, that can actually be really difficult if we're used to things being a certain way. Even if we want something very positive to happen in our life, it can feel really weird and suspicious if things are going well, or like this is going too well. What do I do? What do I do? And then we start kind of overreacting. We start thinking of all the negatives that can happen. And let's just have it where we're focusing on the positives, because we can focus on the negatives at any point in time, but allowing positive things to come into our life, that's kind of also a skill. And it's hard for us to do at times. It can be very difficult. So let this be something that you handle with grace and maturity, and you just flow with it. Okay, don't try to say where it can and can't go. Don't try to limit it. Just let things happen. If someone's wanting to talk to you, if things are flowing in a good way, don't try to look for the crappy edges, so to speak. Look for what it is in the moment. Okay? Indecision, like I said, that's going to be us feeling like this just doesn't feel right. It feels kind of confusing. But community is showing that there could possibly be connections that are coming for us, conversations that are coming for us, and maybe there could be a sense of like people finding us interesting to talk to, or like I said, there's a sense of ease when it comes to communication. So have that be good for tomorrow. All right, I'm hoping that's what my day's like tomorrow. That'd be sweet, because all I talk to is my cats, and eventually they will learn human speech, one way or another. They're getting close. They're getting close. All right, let's move on here. So Anita, I think you already asked her, what is coming towards you in love? So we'll look at that. What is coming towards Anita in love? Let's take a gander and meander on over here. All right. Okay, there we go. What is coming towards Anita in love? Let's see what we can come up with here. All right. And then we're gonna just put that back in there. Do this. Shuffle it on up. Okay. Had to adjust my little glasses, my little eyeballs, if you will. Okay, let's do it. What's coming towards Anita in love? Ooh, okay. Okay. All right, so here's what we got. We got the Magician. This one I always look at and I think of Prince when I see that face, kind of like a more white version of Prince, but something about it feels kind of Prince in a way. Hey there, Jano. Maybe it's just the style. Prince had good style. So, Knight of Coins. How you doing? How's your weekend, Jano? When I say J-Lo, it's not quite right. We're not quite that big of a channel yet. We'll get J-Lo here eventually, though. You mark my words. 3 of Wands in reverse. So the way I see it, Anita, is it's up to you to decide when you're ready to attract these kinds of relationships. That's the Magician card. So don't shoot the messenger here. The Magician is all about manifestation. Having everything be in your corner in a way where we can let ourselves manifest things, we can let things come to us easily. It's kind of like how that other reading went. Just don't block what the universe is going to be giving you or what the universe can provide for you. Let opportunities come to you in a way that's like water flowing, right? You don't try to tell the river how the water should flow. The river just follows a certain path. You don't go against it. And that is usually how it works. No, that's small time. You've got much better here. Oh, Jano, you're right. You are right. I should have known. Like I said, though, when JS comes in here, they're going to kick your ass. They don't tolerate any of that negative shit. The Knight of Coins. You'll have to go back and listen to this if you just barely came in, because I've been doing your reading here, Anita, for a little bit. So maybe when it's done, we're 12 minutes in, and I started about 2 minutes ago for your reading. So maybe after this is posted, it's close to the very start of the video. But we're getting close to the end of your reading here. 3 of Wands in reverse. Okay. So it could be possibly that's coming towards you in love. There could be an earth sign that's coming towards you. Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. 3 of Wands in reverse could be someone that is maybe still going through a difficult time now, but in the future they could be coming towards you. I'm not getting a time frame, but I would say possibly 3 months, possibly 6 months. But the further I go out, the less likely I feel like things can change, right? No, Anita, I'm reading your cards right now, but I'm not going to go back and read them again. So when this is uploaded, you can just go back to almost the very beginning, like when we're 10 minutes into the video, and then you'll have your reading. So this will be uploaded as soon as I'm done, about 2 hours from now, 1 hour and 45 minutes. So, but if you need the footnotes version or the spark notes or whatever it's called, you're in charge of how something attracts to you or not. It's going to be up to you on if something happens or it doesn't. What energy you're putting out, how you're attracting people, if you're wanting to attract someone. Sometimes we want someone, we think we want someone, but we're not making room for them in our life. Or there's no place for them to be in our life. And so that can be something. And also an earth sign could possibly be in the works. So that could be something that's going on. But they right now could possibly be going through some emotional changes or something because the 3 of Wands in reverse. So they could just be having some issues with something right now. But there could be some connection in the future. All right. Let's move on to the next one here. And I'll put Jano on the list here. There we go. Okay, Monica, what was your question? Maybe you already asked. You probably did. Nope. That was, okay, so we have Monica, April, then Jessica, Crow's Nest, otherwise known as Jessica. Okay. Who's coming towards you in love? Okay, let's do that. Let me put these cards back here. Let's get these shuffled around. Are you new to the channel, Monica? Because if so, welcome. And if I forgot about you, welcome again. You're very welcome, Anita. You're very welcome. Yeah, just go back to close to the start of the video, and you got this. After I've uploaded it, which will be right after. No, you're not new. Okay, then I am just forgetful as hell. That's how I roll. So, I will not introduce myself again. It's been about a year. Okay. Okay, you got a good memory. You got a good memory. I do not. I do not have a good memory. I do, though, have issues with my memory, so there's that. You other guys are jealous. I can forget more than you'll ever remember. I can promise you that. All right. And that's a blessing and a curse. In case you guys were wondering about that. It's pretty bad. Okay. Let's do this here. What's coming towards Monica in love? Well, think of it this way. Some memories are good to forget. Very true. I agree with that. Some memories are good to forget. But yeah, so here's what we got for the... I want to call you the monster, but that sounds horrible. Because there was someone on here named Vicky. I called her Vixter, but Monica called the monster doesn't... That's just not a good word. So instead you'll be... Bear with me. Monica. That's what I'm going to call you. So it's new, it's radical, it's sensational, but you got to get used to this, okay? So 4 of coins in reverse, like I said, or no, I haven't said that yet. See, like I said, memory's horrible. I think I've already done your reading. I haven't even started. Holy shit. Then we have the King of Coins in reverse. Then we have the Death card in reverse. There could possibly be some energy coming towards you, but it could be blocked. You're working on a mentality of abundance, and I think it's still taking some time. The reason I'm saying that, this is in reverse. This means you're coming out of more difficult times, or you've worked through issues. Possibly it can be regarding money, but it could just be physical abundance. It could be that you've gotten over a health scare. There could be something like that. But things are starting to get better, right? That's what I'm seeing there. King of Coins in reverse could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn individual, but again, the timing's just not quite right. And then Death in reverse, to me, is there could possibly be a Scorpio. So there could possibly be 4 signs coming your way, all right? And the way I would see this, I feel like the Scorpio could be 2 months, and then the King of Coins, the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy would be much slower. And what I felt was 8 months. But it feels like it's just going to take time. And then I'm seeing, as I'm focusing on this, I'm seeing like cupcakes or something. So maybe there's a celebration you go to, you bring cupcakes, or there's someone else's. It's like, I feel like you're doing something that day. It's like an event, and then maybe you meet somebody that could be the earth sign. Possibly. Okay. Not everyone will get psychic messages, but with some people, if I get something psychic, I'm going to say it. Okay. But this will not be for everyone. I do not control the knowing. The knowing controls me. I am its puppet. Okay, just remember that. But that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Let me keep doing this with my hand because it makes sense. So 2 months for the Scorpio. Feels like 2 months. It could be 3 months. Could be 1 month, right? Because timing is tricky. Like, things can happen. It can speed up. It can slow down. It can spin all around. You can go upside down. You can do skater boy tricks and stuff. I don't know. But the earth sign does fill later than the water sign, which is the Scorpio. So that's what I'm seeing there. Short but sweet reading. But that's also me, short and sweet. I'm 5'11", 6 feet when I wear high heels. You should see me. I got legs for days. It's a problem. It's a problem. It takes people a long time to look at me, give me eye contact, because my legs are so long. Hey there, Emmy. How you doing? And you are welcome, Monica. Very, very welcome. All right, whose turn is it to read me? You know how this goes. I read you, you read me. I give you a little bit of food, you give me a lot of food. You pay tribute to me because I need that. I need offerings, people. All right. I'll read you sometime if you want. Well, hell, Jay, I might take you up on that offer. That might actually be kind of fun. Do you want a reading? I'll take anything at this point. Yeah, reading sounds fun. Seriously. I know you're serious. Culture's giving me cake. Sorry, I'm back. You're good, Jessica. April, what was your question? I wouldn't mind a reading. I'm starting to. So what I'm going to do. So tomorrow, if my trading goes well tomorrow, which hopefully it does, and I'm in a good mood, then I'm going to start doing my psychic training again. And I've got to let people read me after I read them, because that's usually how it goes. And so I'm going to be looking at doing readings again, like actually psychic readings, connecting with people, because I feel like it's time for me to connect with that again. And energy healings as well. So yeah, I am a Reiki master, in case you guys didn't know. I forgot what Reiki was, but apparently I'm really good at it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm pretty good at it. I only do one symbol, but it seems to work pretty well. You've done readings for other reader friends of mine. Perfect, Jay. All right. Maybe I'm trying to think if it could be sometime this week or maybe next week. I'll have to think about it. Hey there, April. Okay, can you ask your question again, April? And what were you saying, Emmy, for same? And welcome back, culture. Okay, well, Yarrow unblocked me. Okay, or unblock you. He's already unblocked me. He's been talking, or they've been talking with me for a minute. Little yappers is what they are. Let's see, though. Will Yarrow unblock April? She's a female. Well, damn it, I had her pegged as a man with an eye patch and facial hair, which a woman can have, both of those things, but it's more prevalent on a man. Yeah. All right. You could read for me, Emmy. Okay. The thing is, if I'm doing the readings that way. Oh, this carpet. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. Yeah, if I do the readings that way, I just got to get more comfortable with putting myself out there. It's been a while. I used to do the classes all the time. It would be, sometimes it was 12 hours a week of, is that a lava lamp behind me? Yes, it is. That is a lava lamp behind me. It does not work. We bought it. We bought it at it's called DI. It's in Utah. It's DI. It's like a Mormon-owned Goodwill, right? They take in things for free and then they sell them to you for money, because apparently they can do that. And so I bought a lava lamp that doesn't work, but it was like $2, and it looks cool because it's rainbow. But when you turn it on and you try and look at it, it looks just like a lump of something in there. It should be called a lava lump, because that's all it is. You turn it on and there's a little bit of bubbles in there and a lump of lava that doesn't do shit. Not that you asked for the story on it. Oh, and also there was a genie inside. If you rubbed it, it came out, and it was very, very aggressive towards me in ways that I can't repeat. But it got to figure, it's back in there now. Okay. Well, Yarrow, unblock April. Let's look at that. Come on. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so here's what we got for cards. Believe it or not, I am a tarot reader, and I'm as shocked as you are. Someone just sits me down and tells me what to do, and then I do it. So, the High Priestess. I'm also a very bad electrician. I don't know what I'm doing, and I get shocked a lot, but eventually the job gets done. Knight of Cups and the Four of Swords. Okay, so I'm looking at this. The High Priestess in reverse to me is saying it's going to be a while. The Knight of Cups says, yes, I do think they can unblock you. The Four of Swords is saying it's going to be a rest and respite kind of thing. So I'd say give it some time, and I do feel like this person will unblock you. Hopefully, if you guys had a falling out, you can fix things as time goes on. But I do feel like there will be an unblocking. I just think it's going to take some time for them to unblock. So just be open to the possibility of reaching out in the future or unblocking in the future. And yeah, you don't know why she blocked you, to be honest. See, and I don't like that either. To me, that's not fair. But I do think there could be an unblocking in the future. And I'm sorry that they blocked you, especially out of the blue. That to me, I don't like that in a person, because then it's like as soon as they unblock you, they can just block you again, So that could be a sign for you to, it's up to you if you want to keep communication open with this person after they unblock you. I do feel like they will unblock you. But, I mean, you could ask them, hey, why did you block me? And then they would just block you again. When people do this kind of stuff, it's really hard to establish a sense of communication, because you don't want to scare them away necessarily, but you also want answers. And so it becomes really difficult to be like, I want to ask you a very important question, but I don't want you to block me again. And then they might even say things like, I won't block you. And then midway through a sentence that you're typing, they'll just block you. So have that be something that's on the back burner in your life, in your mind. But yeah, don't rely on these kinds of people to come back. Not that you are, April, but that's just not fair that they do that. I don't like people like that. I don't F with that. You know what I mean? That ain't the thing I F with. You know what I mean? Okay. Jessica, what was your question? What's coming in love for you this month? Okay. I understand. Thank you for the reading. You are welcome, April. You're very welcome. I appreciate you stopping by. You can come by my shop anytime. I have various wares. There's a banana peel right there. Nope. Oh, it's hard to get it. There's the banana peel right there. Right there. And then we have a Yoshi right there. We have a ceramic pineapple. That's not for sale. You can just look at it. You can pay me to look at it. It's very beautiful. Makes me tingly a little bit, but that's because I have a problem. But yeah, you're welcome to stop by anytime. Like I said, I have a banana somewhere right there. All right, let's see what we got for Jess. Oh, Jessica, what we got for... Oh, I get it. I get why you're called Crow's Nest. Do you have ADHD by any chance? I wouldn't say... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no. Probably a little bit of it is me acting. A little bit of it is me being serious. No, not you having ADHD, Jessica. But I figured why you're called Crow's Nest, because you can say Jessica, like how a crow does that. So that's why you're called Crow's Nest. I figured out your secret. And the 1408, that's because you're born in the 14th month on the 8th day. No, you're good. I don't feel like I have ADHD that bad. I just am very, very forgetful. And I play things up when I'm doing my stuff. A lot of this stuff is comedy, and then I do serious readings, all that stuff. August 14th is your B day. Okay. I got you. That is not my birthday, though. So a little disappointed that we don't share birthdays, Jessica. But that's your fault, not mine. Okay. So here's what we got coming up here. We have the Devil card. See, and you said ha ha ah, but that's putting salt in the wound because it's ha ha August. I know what you're doing. I get it. You can't hurt me though, Jessica. You can't. Justice. And then we have the Four of Swords. All right? I'm just kidding. You can hurt me. I bruise like a peach. You'd be surprised. You'd be like, damn, he's incredibly white and he shows bruises pretty easily. I do. I'm on fire tonight. It's a rash is what it is. I needed cream. I do. You're good. I'm just messing around, everyone. Oh, I'm precious. I have never been called precious in my life. And I love it. I just talk to my cats. And so to hear what your voice sounds like in my head, which is probably very different from other things. But thank you. I appreciate being precious. I will take that with me until I forget. Wait, who are you? How many questions can we ask for free? So we do one question here, but I am on Monday through Friday, 7:15 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, for about 2 hours each time. Sometimes we go a little bit over the 2 hours because I like to yap, but that's about it. So Capricorn energy right there. We have the Devil card. Okay. That's the Capricorn energy. It can be playful energy, can be excess, materialism. There's a lot of ways we can read the Devil card, but I'm going to read it the way I want to, damn it, because it's my channel. The Justice card, that is Libra. That is also one of the major arcana. So we have two major arcana cards here, the Devil, the Justice card. Okay. And then the Four of Swords, a restful respite is how I view it. And you can look at it and we got a boy there, he just sleeping. He's sleeping good. I myself would not sleep in between four swords, but that's why I'm not ahead in life, right? Other people do that all the time. I'm far behind. So I don't follow my example, please. So when I'm looking at this, what's coming towards you this month, there could be a Capricorn energy. There could be a Libra energy. And Cappies, the more swords, the harder the sleep. There you go. And the sharper the ouch, the finger slices, But I will say this. It feels like 2 weeks. 2 weeks I was seeing something that felt like a treasure chest. And to me, that could be an answer to the question, but it's also kind of vague because when I saw the treasure chest open up, it wasn't like there was anything inside of it that pertained directly to your question, but there could be something happening that could be something exciting in about 2 weeks' time. So a surprise of some sort. I don't think it relates to the relationship thing that you're talking about, but like 2 weeks for something that could possibly be a positive experience. You get to meet Ed Sheeran and give him a piggyback ride. And he doesn't let anyone just do that. So I'm thinking that's, but seriously though, 2 weeks, some kind of surprise. And he'll whisper the shape of you the whole time you do that. He's very much like a parrot, made into a human. So, it's fun and it's scary. He does bite. Perfect. Okay. I'm glad you find that perfect because That is how it be and how it do. All right, Jano, step right up and let's prepare to do a reading. You are welcome. You are welcome, Jessica. I heard somewhere that this emoji is actually two people high-fiving. I don't think that's true, but it does look like it. So it's not the prayer emoji, it's like the high-five emoji. And when I saw that, I can't unsee it. But also, I do think it's the prayer emoji, right? But that's just me. Will my Oracle deck I'm working on sell successfully? Oh, that's a good question. Okay, will your Oracle deck you're working on sell successfully? All right, so I'm going to go into this here. I will draw cards, but I'm going to say this just for a second, okay? No matter what the cards say, follow your dreams regardless in this situation. Because what I can be picking up on is a feeling of hesitancy and a feeling of wanting it to do well. All you can do, Jano, is follow your dreams and give me a free sample. That's it. That's all you can do. I would read with your cards if they're, okay, I would need to see the cards, and then I would probably read with them if they're good. But if you are talking about Oracle cards and you just have two of them, it's going to be kind of hard for me to shuffle those and get different answers for questions. How many cards are going to be in this deck? Do you have a big deck? Is it a small deck? Not that I judge someone by the size of their deck, but I'm just curious. $40 or so. Okay, that's a good amount. I like that amount. That is not a bad amount. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Will Jano's Oracle deck be successful financially for Jano? All right, let's do it. There we go. Okay, so here's what I got. We have the Emperor. Okay. We have the Three of Swords. And we have the Six of Wands. Okay. So you know the tarot as well as I do, I think, or possibly even better. Jano, I've been out of practice for a little bit here. But I'll tell you what I see. The Emperor is the masculine, right? The Emperor is Aries. And I feel in this situation, you have to lead with that kind of energy. So the masculine, the divine masculine, needs to be something that you follow. Just focus on the action of doing something. Focus on the action of achieving your dream. Whether it sells well or not isn't the point. It's the progress, it's the journey that happens. The destination comes later, but focus on the journey of creating this deck and putting everything that you can into it, okay? Yes, exactly. It's the go-getter taking action. Yes. The Three of Swords to me is when we're focusing on a financial outcome of something, okay? Don't focus on the financial outcome of it. Do something because it's a creative endeavor, and then the financial stuff comes after. Always in what I've done, when I don't focus on the money, I focus on the process, things line up for me. But if I'm focusing on the money, I might not put something in the card because it might offend somebody, or I might not do this or that because it's follow your vision, do what you want to do. The financial stuff comes later, and this could very well be something that teaches you to make a deck later on that could sell even better. I'm not saying this won't sell well, but I'm saying use it as practice. Yes, the creativity has been the reason for it. Okay, perfect. Financial is more an afterthought. Perfect. Okay, then you're doing good. Because then we have the Six of Wands, which to me, it's childlike wonder. It's being creative. It's kind of coming home to that comfort, that sense of self. So this to me, it's a passion project. And I do see it selling well. I do feel one thing I'm seeing, and maybe it's not in the deck, maybe it is, but I'm seeing like a hermit crab, which I think is interesting. But I also feel like the hermit crab would have something to do with getting out of your shell, this would be a way for you to reach out and to get into a situation where your creativity is a lot more of a guiding force and you're kind of letting it take control. And I feel like that can be a little bit scary, a little bit frightening, but also very, very fun at the same time. So I view it as kind of like a little quest that you can go on. And I don't mean little to sound condescending, because that's exactly how it sounded. No, I mean, I do my own photography of nature. It will be a nature-themed deck, all my own photos. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Is there a hermit crab? Because if not, every card needs to have a hermit crab. And that isn't a suggestion. That is a command. Jay, no, not yet. Oh, okay. Damn it, you're already messing up, bud. I'm sorry, but without that hermit crab, I don't even know where you would see one. I guess at a pet store. Or somewhere out in the wild. I've yet to come across a wild guinea pig, but I'm up for it. You never see them out there. I think all guinea pigs are captive little creatures. By the way, when they don't have hair, they're called skinny pigs. If I can remember that right, they look very scary. You saw one on your last trip. Oh, you did. Okay, you saw a hermit crab. Okay, this makes me happy. I had a pet hermit crab when I was younger, and so I'm a little biased towards him. Called him Driller. I still have his shell. It's in my it's on top of like a little knick-knack shelf that I have, and their hermit crabs are so interesting. He had this. You'd hold him in your hand, and he would pinch whatever wasn't completely pinned down, and he could pinch pretty hard. I mean, he was a good sized one, but they're so interesting. I just think they're really neat. You just have to hold your hand really flat if you pick one up, because they can pinch pretty good. Anyway, okay. Get your hermit crabs going, guys. How big was your hermit crab, Emmy? I don't mean that to sound the way it did, but the hermit crab you saw on your trip, how big was that? How they transfer shells. I think that's actually how mine died. So he went to transfer his shell. There wasn't anything in there, roughly your hand. Yeah, mine was about close to the size of my palm. They can find whatever fits their body, and then they just transfer. And it can be anything. It could be a coffee cup. I think it could even be a soda can. It can be whatever. They can just put their bodies in, and then they can continue to grow. But the inside of the shell, when they're in the shell, like their bodies are so weird looking. That's why they have the shell that they fit inside of. But yeah, he had a cool shell. I have it, but I don't want to go get it. But I still have it. Maybe I should go get it. I don't know. But yeah, I had a pet hermit crab, had a pet hedgehog when I was younger. Had one of those beta fighting fish. I can't remember what they're called, something like that. Sharon Cherry on top. Guinea pigs still live in the wild in South America. Apparently, I'm sorry about your crab. He died transferring sad. He did. And it's okay. It's all right. You're Austria, Europe. Hey there, Sharon Cherry on top. My name is Chance, and I put my cherries on the bottom because that is how I roll. Welcome to the channel. If I'm assuming you're new here. I'm from the United States, and I'm just finding out from Culture NV that guinea pigs still live in the wild, and now I have my next hunt. Originally, it was going to be man, but I will go straight to just guinea pigs. Yes, Sharon, go for it. Ask a question. You would be next on the list anyway. I don't have anyone else on the list. So yeah, ask your question. Sending you good vibes. Hell yeah, I'll take it. I do not have the sunglasses though, but I can close my eyes really tight, and I promise I won't fall asleep. a little bit. I'll sleep a little bit. If you focus hard enough, you can take power naps between blinking. So that's what I do. Haven't slept in a few hours, so doing good so far. All right, everybody. So Sharon, you asked your question, or maybe you're typing it right now. Used to do that in school. There's Shirley. Okay. So Shirley, how you doing? So I'm reading Sharon, and then it's Shirley, and then maybe another SH will come in here. Sounds like I'm insulting somebody, but I'm not. Another SH. But all right. Maybe it's SH9. I think it might be. Oh, hey. And I will say hey is for horses, and it is, because they're coming to get it right there. All right, so yeah, Sharon, when you're ready for your question, let's do it. Let's go for it. You love horses. I do too. I don't know a lot of horses myself. Oh, you're going to have to convert your name to Chance. I like it, but also just be careful. My name with an SH in front of it is very powerful. You could summon something you don't know how to handle. I'm just going to say it. It's tough. It's tough being Chance or Chance, either one. Hey there, Vicky. How you doing? Okay, Sharon says, should I quit my current job very soon in the medical field or hang in there a bit and change jobs in a few months? Chance sounds like a strong horse name. It would be the weakest horse you've ever seen. It would be a racing horse, but only in the way that it would be racing toward its doom, because it wouldn't make it. I'm doing good. I'm just saying. You know me, guys. I'm always joking, unless I'm not. We're not scared of the powerful wizard. Okay. Dental assistant and clinic. Dental assistant and clinic assistant manager. Okay, let's look at that. Hey there, Jean. Welcome. Shirley, so I'm reading Sharon, and then it's Shirley, and then probably Vicky, I'm thinking. But that's who's on the list for now. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do here. We're getting a full house here. So should you, let me read I'm just going to read it one more time. Should you quit? Should Sharon quit her current job very soon in the medical field or hang in there a bit and change jobs in a few months? So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say no jobs. Just travel the world. And that's it. Can you imagine? I'd be horrible if I gave that kind of advice. All right, here's what I got. We get the 10 of coins, okay, followed by the Queen of Wands. Yeah, Culture, you can join the list, no problem. You guys, when you come on here, you just got to tell me you want to be on the list. I'll put you on the list. Otherwise, I'll think you're just here for my sweet-ass personality. Okay, and it's sweet, it's ass, it's a personality. So there you go. Queen of Cups. Oh, yes, traveling. Would love to, but I need money first. Okay. I see what it is. I see what this is. It's all about money, okay? Focus on traveling, but like in a weird way. Without money, without any consequences. Steal as much as you can. And because I said it, you can do it. You're immune. All right. So what I would say is this. Hold on to the job you have until you have something else lined up, and then quit the job you're in. Which that sounds very convoluted, but you don't want to quit something and then get into something new, because that can take time. So I would say focus more on staying where you're at now, find another job first, and then transfer over when the time comes. But don't just do something and quit. It may not be something you want to do, but it's security for the moment. So, and then another thing I would say, before you do quit, make sure you have at least a month's worth of being able to pay for stuff, and then quit at that point. Don't do something hastily. Even if it's not the best situation, even if it's not something you're particularly enjoying, don't do anything hastily. Hold on to what you have, okay? And then when you have like a month's worth of money saved up to where you would be okay for like a month, maybe 2 months, then look at possibly getting another job if you don't want to have something lined up right after you're done with the dental assistant job. But that's what I'm seeing, okay? So have that be something you do and focus on that. So hopefully that makes sense. You're very welcome, Sharon. You're very, very welcome. Okay. That's how it is with this stuff. It's something that I feel, and thank you for saying good advice, because I need the validation. I do. Helps me to sleep. The more validation I get, the better I sleep, which is why I don't sleep very well. I don't get a lot of validation. But you guys, I come on here, you make me feel special. And I like that. I like feeling special. It's not even my birthday, and I love it. Okay. So, Shirley says, no, Sharon, it is also bug help, because I'm like 3 really big spiders wearing human skin. So it's big help and it's bug help. You are very welcome. Also, I'll eventually need to lay eggs soon, so we got to hurry this up. But you're welcome. You're welcome, Sharon. Okay, so Shirley, and she asked her question again just a second ago, and you said, you don't need to ask it again. I think I got it. I play too much. Oh, I do. I play way too much, but it's who I am as a person. It's how I do things as a person. Okay, let's go up here. Can you please tell me what are T's current feelings towards Shirley and next actions towards you this week? Let's look. Love the good light vibes. Well, thank you. Okay. That was a question I think we addressed last week. So hopefully you remember what I said with that one, Shirley. I know you just deleted the message, but I'm going to do the one you did before. So focus on what I said last week. Try to find that in the video. I remember a little bit about what I said, but yeah, see if you can find that. Let's see what's going on with T and see what we can do that way. Okay. Okay, that card's been coming up a lot. Yeah, I feel like there would be a breakthrough. There would be something coming through in about 5 weeks, more than it has been. I don't know if you'd receive all of it, but it was about 5 weeks. But whatever you can do to get the process moving quicker can be helpful. I know it's a pain in the butt to do certain things because there can be court involved, there can be different things involved, and it can be a pain in the ass, but it might be a good idea to start the process. Maybe you don't have to finish it by the time you get the money, but anyway. So we have 4 of Swords in reverse. Perfect. You faxed a document in on Friday. That's a good start. That's a good place to be. Ace of Swords in reverse. And then 3 of Wands. This is the question about T. Yeah, I'm focusing on that. I was just addressing the one you asked and then deleted. a second ago. So Four of Swords could be a bit of a slower week with this energy. Ace of Swords in reverse. Possibly. No, you're good. You're good, Shirley. There's no reason to apologize. You're good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Three of Wands. I don't know if there will be any action this week. Maybe 9 days could be something, but maybe not this week. So 9 days or around sometime within 9 days, maybe 6 days. So it could be in a week. I don't know. To me, it feels like it's slower. I see the Ace of Swords in reverse, and I see the Four of Swords like that. That to me is some slow energy. That's like slow energy. Mentally, it feels kind of slow, but there could be something that's still happening. And then psychically, I just had a turtle pop into my head. And to me, I mean, obviously, what do turtles represent? Turtle soup. You're going to be eating a lot of turtle soup. No, turtles represent slowness. So it could just be a slower energy. Does it show his feelings for me? Not really. I'm not seeing anything with feelings just because there's no cups. It's Three of Wands. It's Ace of Swords in reverse. And it's Four of Swords. So to me, it's like connection-wise, there's going to be a slower connection. Mentally, it feels like this person's kind of on a different plane than you are at this point in time. So maybe that's why the connection could be slower. But that's just what I'm seeing there. So give it some time and see what happens. And hopefully that money comes in soon too. Because if you get paid, I get paid. Right? No, I'm just kidding. But I feel his energy a lot mentally. Okay. There could be something there with the mental part. But I'm going to move on to the next question here. So, Vicky, what was your question? Hopefully some good stuff, though. Hopefully some good stuff for you, though, Shirley. I'm hoping for you. You're welcome, Shirley. And Shirley, you are welcome. Your name works in a lot of different ways. Okay. And we'll give it just a second here. There we go. Thanks to your old-fashioned parents. Well, I mean, I guess all of us are here because of our parents. I think of it that way. They made it apparent that we would be here. See, that joke works in a couple ways, and it's also not a joke. It's also just weird. Okay, so Vicky says, well, one of the jobs you applied to call for an interview. Let's take a look at that. I'm curious. I'm curious if an interview can happen for Vicky for one of the jobs that she applied to. Okay. I'm going to shuffle the cards, and then I'm going to pretend to be a tarot reader. That's my favorite part. You're very welcome, Shirley. Tomorrow I'm going to pretend to be a fireman. But if anyone's on fire, I'm just going to walk away because I don't have to deal with that. Boundaries, you know. I don't have to do it. It's not, it's not what I have to do. I'm the fireman, not them. Okay. Let's do this here. Do you work at a fire shop? I don't know what that is. You have your own cleaning business, but you don't make enough. You need a sidekick. I clean horribly. I know you're wanting me to clean with you, Vicky, but how about a side Vic? A person named Vic. Let's have that be something for you. But I clean like I do everything else in my life. Very weird. And possibly strange. We're fireman work? No, I'm not a fire guy. Nope. I do this, and then I do trading, and then I do, I'll eventually start doing some art stuff. I might get into video gaming. He's too hot for that. Oh, I am. Oh, it's true. It's true. I would set everything on fire. Yes, because I have, I'm sexually attracted to flames, and it just, that's what gets it going for me. The more flames, the better. The less flames, the worse. All right. Okay. So let's see. Vicky said, hold on, I gotta go back up and read the thingy. Okay, will you get a call for one of the jobs you applied for? I would definitely love fire dancing girls. Okay. Yes. So they dance with the fire. I'm intrigued and scared. Solo cleaner, don't want to deal with having an employee in government red tape. I hear you. I'm not a solo cleaner. I guess I am, though. When I do clean, I am alone. Nobody even knows if I do it for sure. What's my secret? A lot of cats. I put little cloths on their paws, on their claws. Cloths on their claws. There we go. 7 of coins. King of wands in reverse. 6 of wands. So here's what I'm going to say, Vixter, the Vicky. Here's what I'm going to say. 7 of coins. To me, that's good stuff. That's what we in the biz call the good shit. She does have me flabbergasted with fire dancers. I didn't know such a thing existed. I've heard of ice dancing. No, I've never heard of that either. I used to live in an artsy, eclectic neighborhood with fire dancing in my backyard at a neighbor's house until this older lady told on the fire dancers and shut it down. It was really cool, and they played this awesome music too. What kind of person is so pissed off that someone else having a good time? I mean, I get it. It's fire, and it can be a little bit scary, but I'm sure they were safe with it. I mean, come on. Let people dance with fire. Some people are just so rude and just kind of curmudgeonly, right? Is that the right word? That's the right word. This one being in reverse, to me, feels like it's going to be a little slow. But the rest of these are good. The rest of these, these are good. Okay, we have Gordon Ramsay harvesting some cabbage, and then the 6 of wands. All right. Gene says private dancer, private cleaner. I can think of some jokes, but no, brain need to stop. So I think this will be good. I think there will be something this week, I think you'll hear from somebody. I don't know if it will be in a week. I'm hoping it's quicker. The 6 of wands can be faster moving energy. Private dancer sounds like a stripper. Well, yeah, it kind of does. But, I mean, it's not... Yeah, it kind of does, though. I hear you, Shirley. So I would say yes, you're going to get a call. But it may take a little bit. Because the King of Wands in reverse. Maybe your mind is in the gutter. It totally is, Shirley. You can't fool me. Everyone's mind is in the gutter at least some of the time. And that's okay. It's okay to have gutter minds. I'm inappropriate. Don't mind me. Oh, I know, Gene. I know very well you're inappropriate. But that's also why we like you here. You don't have to put on airs. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Vicky. Okay, so then we had culture. Step right up and ask a question. Let's see what we can do for you. We don't have much here. What fear is holding you back? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, we're going to do this. That's it. As I'm talking about fire dancers, at least they wear clothes. See, now that's where I'm disappointed. They wear clothes. Ugh. If If I was fire dancing, I wouldn't wear any clothes. Also, when I'm dancing, I don't dance. Not even in the shower, because God can see me and it makes me sad. I don't need that in my life. I dance like I'm on fire. I dance like someone is electrocuting me. I dance like I am having a seizure. I do not dance, okay? I boogie a little bit if I'm having a hard time running. But that's just because my legs are awkward. I'm just trying to get out of there, guys, and it looks like I'm busting a groove. All right. Let's do this here. I'm really good at doing that thing where you run into somebody and you go to the left and they go to the left, and then you go to the right and they go to the right. And then you keep doing that over and over again. And at first you're laughing and having a good time, but eventually the other person starts to like kind of get exasperated and feel weird. And I've done that a few times, and it's funny at first, but then it gets really nerve-wracking because you're moving exactly when they are. And eventually the best thing to do is just to stop. Just stop moving. Gene is coming out here with the facts. I do that almost daily with a coworker I don't like. So, that's funny, though, because you don't like them. I think that's funny, at least. It's almost offensive, but not quite. Right? Two brilliant minds think alike. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I wouldn't call myself brilliant, more sparkling, but I'll take it. All right, so what fear is holding culture back? Ooh. Oh, now that's an interest. Those are interesting cards right there. I wish you could see them. All right, well, there you go. No, yes, but it's because back in the days they were just getting married. Right. Back in the day, we talking about old people? You can break dance and spin on your head. I can do that. I can do that without dancing. I can spin on my head, not on purpose, and I can only do it once, but I'll assure you it'll be a show. I will be on America's Not Got Talent, because that's kind of how it would be. Gene is leaving nothing to the imagination. Okay, Page of Coins. I'm glad I didn't mark this as for kids. Good God. The Tower. You can spot me for a somersault, but it would turn into a winter fall because I would just totally not be doing that. You'd hear the sound of my back break and you'd be like, you know what? He lived a good life. He died doing what he loved, dying from a somersault, which, like I said, it's either that or a candy explosion. So, Page of Coins, followed by the Tower. Well, hold on, culture, hold on. You're reading the cards before I can read the cards. But yeah. And then we have Nine of Coins, Nine of Swords, Nine of Swords. That doesn't want to focus. There's anxiety. It could be fear of leaving a job. It could be fear of financial situations. It could also be a fear of success. The Tower card is really interesting. So the Tower card is about change. Changing something that's fundamental to us and how we see things and how we see the world, right? And it can be a lot about ego and letting things go and letting things happen the way that they need to happen. In this situation here, there's two fears and they're both the same thing. They are both the same thing. There's the fear of success and the fear of failure, which is really the fear of change. It is easier for us to stay in a situation that we don't like because we know what to expect from it. If we are successful, our worldview changes and we have to adopt a new way of looking at the world. And that can be a scary thing. Even if we want success to happen, it can be really scary for us to want something good for ourselves. Sometimes we can have a mentality that if we're earning a certain amount of money, that it's evil or it's not good, right? Because we grew up in a place where we had lack of money mentality. We had a bunch of these other things going on. And so it can make it really difficult for us to understand that making money or doing anything else, it's just like anything that we want to do. It's a skill and it's something we have to learn. But we can have money be a lack of mentality, or we could have it be, sorry, Gene's posting some stuff here. And I saw the eggplant emoji and immediately thought, that's my people right there. Yeah, religious upbringing can make you think like that too. But it really just depends. But that's kind of what I'm seeing. What do you feel, culture? It can be a fear of making money. It can be a fear of a job ending. But if we're looking at true fear, to me, it can be a fear of wanting to take the next steps and knowing what that looks like. You'll know you're on the right path kind of when you don't know you're on the right path, if that makes any sense. It's if you're doing something that is kind of difficult and kind of hard for us to know what it is we're doing exactly, but we're still going ahead anyway, that's usually a good path for us to be on, even though it can feel kind of unsure in a lot of ways. But you're saying you don't know your fears. Okay, so let me do this because we can uncover fears in a few ways. What do you want in life? Tell me what you want in life, culture, and then we can uncover some fears from that. Yes, Ambien, where there's the least resistance. That's good too. That's good too. Absolutely. Or things kind of flow. That's a good place to be. But let's look at this. So, okay, so you want to realize your potential and true talents. So then your fears in that instance would be to feel like your potential isn't being realized and like you can't use your real talents. Like you can't be your real self. You can't do anything to materialize your worth into the world in a way that makes you feel seen or validated, or in a way that makes you feel like you're doing something. So we learn what we want from what we don't want. We can always use that contrast to find what we would want in life. A lot of people say, I don't know what I want, but it's like, what don't you want to happen to you? Well, I don't want to get sick. Okay, then you want to be healthy. You want to have prosperity. You know, I don't want to be poor. Okay, then you want to have money. You want to feel a life of abundance, right? And so that's something that we can do. And that's something that can be a very difficult kind of situation for us to get into, but focus on what it is that you want by what it is that you don't want to have happen. So you want to realize that true potential. Okay, so what steps can we take to make it so we're realizing that true potential? Right? What can we do? We don't have to do anything big. Okay, that is mistake numero uno, and that is French for the pig, I think. No, that is mistake number one. All right, and that is something that we feel like we have to do something. It has to be this big grand gesture, right? No, that's going to burn us out. That isn't going to get us anywhere. If you're going to eat an elephant, if you're going to accomplish a goal, you have to do it one bite at a time. You have to break it into smaller tasks. It's called chunking. You take something big and you make it into smaller bite-sized steps, and then it makes you a little bit hungry, but it's easier for you to focus on what it is you need to do. So whatever it is you would want, you need to break it down into smaller goals. And then when you achieve those goals, celebrate a little bit. Don't get too carried away, but make it so that you do something that's a little bit difficult for you to do and reward yourself a little bit with it. Okay? Hey, Victoria Lullaby. Yes, you can be after Jean. So I'm reading culture now, then it's Jean, and then it will be your turn, Victoria. But is that making sense, culture? Okay. You're welcome. You're very welcome. It's one of those things. It's one of those things that just takes time and it takes effort. But the whole time you're looking at this kind of stuff, always be gentle with yourself. Always look at yourself in a light that you're trying your best. And in my opinion, tough love is soft hate. It doesn't help us achieve anything. Your real name is Faith. Okay. Not gonna lie, kind of disappointed. I liked Victoria Lullaby. But if you want to be called by your real name, we'll call you Faith. My name is Chance. How you doing? Victoria middle name and Lullaby was just a nickname used. Ah, okay. All right. Faith Victoria Johnson. Or no, I'm just kidding. You don't have to say your full name. You don't have to say your full name. But Faith. We'll call you Faith. That works for me. I'm fine with that. Let's call you Faith. I'm Chance. We get someone named Hope in this place, and it's over. We have the three horsemen of the whatever the opposite of the apocalypse is. The apothecary. We could start a business. You didn't say your last name. I know you didn't. I was making an educated guess, and it was wrong as hell. It's like it's not even close, but that's okay. That's okay. You can pretend I'm Hope. I don't mind morphing. Okay. Shirley's Hope. I have to change too. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Hold on. I have to think. It's gone. Yeah, I'm good. Did I get the last name right? Oh, I'm good at getting last name. No, I'm just kidding. Now you're going to think I'm much better than I actually am. Awesome. Okay. Sweet. Nice. I'm not always that spot on, but I'm glad to know. Glad to know. Okay. I'll improve. I'll improve as time goes on too, guys. Can't get too big of an ego. That's always been something I struggled with, was the names. Trying to figure out how to get this. Hold on. I move this back just a little bit. Just a little. Nope. That's going to be top heavy. There we go. All right. There we go. Had to move the laptop there. But yeah, names are really interesting when you get them psychically or mediumistically. They come through in different ways. Sometimes it's vibration. Sometimes you see it. Sometimes you hear it. And in Victoria's case, it was claircognizance, which was just something being thrown into my head, which it's like it's your thought, but it's not, because it's being inserted, if that makes any sense, into my it's a thought that I didn't have to think. Like when you have a normal thought, it's from A to Z. You kind of produce it and you feel yourself producing it. With claircognizance, you have a random thought pop in your head and it's not yours. You can say faith. Yes, faith. Faith. Sorry. Faith. 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 Okay. I am an earth sign. I'm a Taurus. No, Gene, as much as you would want me to think that, no. I wasn't thinking it because of that. Name is like that because of PTSD reasons. Well, I'm sorry if there's any joking there about that, but hopefully, hold on. I'm trying to see here. So what's your reading? What did you want your reading to be on, Faith? Kind of got sidetracked there. spiritually. Just okay. So you're just wondering what Spirit's wanting you to know. Is that what I'm? Okay. Mom passed in September. I'm sorry to hear that. Just been different. Can't explain. Okay, I got you. I understand. Your gifts, your mom, your ability. What do you mean by that? Exactly. Okay. Okay, so if we're talking about this, if we're talking about you tomorrow, April, I do one question per person. I'll say this. So if we do something like if we lose someone and we're going through a spiritual awakening, or we're going through something that has to do with spirituality in some sense, right? When we lose someone, it can be hard for us to understand our gifts or to get in touch with them because there can be a sense of trying to make sense of a loss. So the grieving process can make it harder for us to understand our gifts in a way. Feels like my gifts are unique. Okay. I hear you. So most of us will have gifts that present themselves in similar ways, and then as we get to know them and unfold them, they become more and more unique to us. It's sort of like how we can learn from another artist how to paint or how to draw or what to do or how to do whatever, but then we make our own style as we go along. So we won't be like the artist that we learn from. We won't be like the gifts that we are learning from necessarily. We kind of make it our own as time goes on with spirituality. But if there is a death, that's going to make things difficult because it's going to be harder for us to do things that way. If that makes any sense. It's something where we sort of have to just allow ourselves to grieve during that process because there's a lot that comes with it. Ace of Coins. Hey, Kelsey. Three of Cups in reverse. And King of Cups. The Three of Cups in reverse is interesting because it's showing something missing, right? Maybe there's a sense of, and how is my home life affecting me? On one way, hoping for a girl. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm doing good, Kelsey. Nice. So it sounds like Victoria, if you'd want to do something that's a little more personal, I do private readings just because it sounds like there's more questions here that you're wondering about. If you would want to do a private reading, we could do that because I feel like we're asking a lot of questions, which is fine. That's great. But it seems to me like you're wanting something a little bit more specific. If you want to do a private reading, we can. I do charge for those. But from what I'm seeing here, if we're talking about your gifts, your abilities, or anything going on like that, allow yourself to go through this grieving process and allow yourself to feel, even though it doesn't feel great, allow yourself to just feel the loss for what it is and just let yourself kind of go through that for right now. Focusing on your gifts or feeling if you should be in a certain place or this or that doesn't help you. Allow yourself to grieve, go through these emotions, and then focus on letting things be as they are. And eventually you can focus on your gifts again. If it feels like there's a distance between you and your gifts, can you please tell me where her ashes and my tarot cards are? They went missing. Sorry, I'm not good at doing that. I'm not that good. I may have gotten your last name, but I'm not very good at finding lost things or people. I'm sorry. I hope you find them soon, though. But yeah, I've never been very good at doing that. At least not yet. Have a good one, Emmy. Been going spiritually insane. it gets easier. It does get easier, but you got to let yourself just focus on where you're at now and realize you don't have to be any place. Spirit or spirituality is always there, and it's never something that's forcing you or pushing you in any way to develop or do anything. Spirit is soft and gentle, but the human mind and condition makes it so that we put emphasis and we put so much importance on us being in a certain place at a certain time, and that's not true, because that's not what Spirit would want for us. It's a very loving and gentle thing. So don't focus on putting any pressure on yourself right now. Let yourself grieve, let yourself understand where it is you're at now, and then move forward eventually. Okay, but there's no time limit on this. Just let yourself go through these emotions, even though it's not the funnest thing, like I said. But oh, good night. Good night, Vicky. Hopefully that helps, though, Victoria. And you can also ask your guides to help you too. That works too. Okay, Jean, what was your question? Okay, I remember this. I feel like I remember you talking about this person before. May I ask if my ex Leo has intentions of paying me and about when? I messaged him again last night, again, and no answer. Was this the same one from a couple years ago that hasn't paid you back? I think we've talked about this person before. I could be wrong, though. Okay. Okay. I'd hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if they haven't paid you back yet and they're not answering, I'm thinking a piece of shit there is going to be on the other line. He stopped payments in December. And yeah, so that's kind of shitty. Can he just do that? Is there like a court order for him to pay you or to do something about that? Or he just stops and doesn't reply to your messages, I guess. This is interesting. So this is an interesting one, Gene, and I'll do two more. Okay, so it is a court order thing, and he just decided to stop payments. But maybe you don't want to go to court because you don't want to seem petty, or you don't want to take him to court because you don't want to seem petty. Maybe I'm right with that, maybe I'm not. But I get he promised to always respond, and he hasn't. Okay, that's not good. Page of Swords. The Lovers in reverse. See, and that's interesting because he's an ex, right? Not court. Oh, okay, not court. Okay. Four of Coins in reverse, which is you not receiving the money. I'm going to do two more of these cards, and this is just because Jean is the mod. She gets some more cards. Okay. Okay, go on. All right. So Storm Warning in reverse and Community. He pays off and isn't consistent. It's really, he pays on and off. It isn't consistent. Really obnoxious. Okay, so Storm Warning in reverse in Community, and then the Lovers in reverse, and then the Four of Coins. Maybe he'll start payments again. It could be a couple months from now, but probably there will be payments again because Storm Warning is in reverse. Community is upright. So to me, that's showing there could be more payments coming in. I don't like the fact that he's ignoring you because that's not right, because he said he wouldn't. So obviously this is a person that decides to do what they want to do when they want to do it, right? In whatever way, shape, or form. They're not keeping their word. They're making you worry and wonder, right? And that's not fair. But I feel like this is a lesson to, maybe not do this in the future. Obviously with this person, if this person pays it off, you don't give them any more money in the future. You've probably already thought of that, I'm sure. But this kind of situation is just tricky. I do think it could resolve itself maybe in a couple more months. I'm hoping it's a lot quicker than that, because Storm Warning in reverse is still that there's a storm. There's still like lingering things. The Lovers in reverse, there's still something lingering. The Four of Coins could be possibly the person's could be going through something financially, but them not telling you what's going on makes it even worse for you, because I have a feeling if they said, oh, something's happened and I can't pay for a month, but there was still contact, you'd be like, okay, well, that sucks, but you don't want anything to do with him ever again. Okay, perfectly understandable. So the money is kind of the last link or connection to this person, and then when it's paid, it's kind of over. So the Lovers being in reverse here, is he wanting something to do with you, though? Is there a feeling on his end that he wants to be with you again in some way in the future or anything like that? Because this could be something they're using as a way to feel linked and connected to you. So paying it off to them would be like getting rid of the connection, right? Then it's no more talking. Then it's no more of this or that. So there could be something with that. This is kind of a scenario. Not sure. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Hopefully it doesn't take a couple more months, but that's kind of the situation that we're seeing here, just because, well, it's a situation, right? At least you're getting some of the money back. I think a couple years ago, you were telling me this, and they hadn't paid anything. From what I remember, they were like not doing anything. But he knows that he will be dead to me when he's done. And that's the way it should be if people are this flaky and weird, honestly. You don't want to have anything to deal with. You don't want to have anything to be, okay. What am I trying to say, Gene? You don't want to have anything to deal with these people? No, that doesn't sound right. My brain is not braining very much right now. You get what I'm saying. You don't want to be around these people, these kinds of people, these flaky ass sons of bitches. They decide to do things when they want to do it. They don't tell you when things are not going to be the way they are. He hasn't made a dent in what he owes me. I'm sure he hasn't. But getting some money from someone who seems like a deadbeat is a miracle. I don't know how you did that. Because when I was doing the readings for you, it didn't seem to me like he was going to pay. It seemed to me like he was going to take it and kind of run. So the fact you had him pay anything back is impressive. But at the same time, it does teach us to be more careful with giving people money. I do hope you get more. I do hope you get more out of it. I do hope you get more money coming in. But this person just seems to me like you're lucky to get what you get. And that sounds shitty as hell. And I'm sorry that's the case, but that's what I'm seeing with the cards. He's a petty multimillionaire. See, that sucks. Oh, that sucks even worse. He's got the money, but okay. I really don't like this person. I was kind of cutting him just a teeny bit of slack, but now he's got money, but chooses just to do whatever the hell he wants with it and doesn't care about the people that. So why? Okay. All right, Gene, then why? Okay. This is something I'm curious about. Why did you give him money if he's a multimillionaire? I'm curious about that. I mean, you don't have to tell me, but I mean, he sounds like a piece of shit. He could sell one property and pay me and have plenty left over, but he reinvests extra money into new businesses. Right. And he chooses to just keep. Okay. Okay. And when you gave this person the money, there was no contract, there was no anything. It was just kind of doing it out of good faith, I imagine, hoping this person would keep their word. All of his money is in investments and tied up. Hey there, Ari. You do have a contract. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so if you do have a contract, then I mean, I don't like the thought of bringing people to court, but if all of his money's tied up anyway, but then getting lawyers and stuff involved could be a nightmare. But Gene, I mean, if you need to get it back, you might need to put the squeeze on him if you can, because he's obviously not doing it now. And if he could sell something and pay you back, and then you have that money, and then you're done with him forever, that frees you up too, right? That frees up your psychic connections to focus on new things coming in, and to eventually not hold a bitterness towards this person, to just be like, I'm done, and just be indifferent towards the energy, you know? But his father told me to sue him. That hurt his feelings. Oh, that poor guy. I feel so bad for him. Yeah, sue his ass. I would say the same thing. Sue him. Even his father is saying, you know what? He's a piece of shit. That's funny. Yeah, Gene, I mean, kind of go for the throat, honestly. Yeah, Kelsey, you can post your question. But I would, Gene. I would go for the throat in those kinds of situations. His father helps him out. Well, if his father helps him out and his father says to sue him, maybe sue his dad. I don't know. That's confusing as hell. I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, how do you sue him? Even though I give him money, I thought we were going to get married and have children. Yeah, that's why you could feel bitter. I understand that. I get that. There was a connection there, and then this person can't even keep. They can't keep any promises. His father doesn't have any money. Okay, but his father helps him. Support. I don't know. Hey there, Cambanese. How you doing? Okay, so we'll do Kelsey, Ari, the Aries, and Cambanese. Let's do that. So Kelsey says, may I know what are Jay Leo's feelings for you? Will he ever reach out? Okay, let's look at that. You know how I am. I always say, don't be wasting it. Don't be wasting your time. But at the same time, we get curious. You're very welcome, Gene. You're very, very welcome. I did. I had a good weekend. I relaxed. I played a new video game that came out. Just been chilling. And then, yeah, didn't do any gym. Didn't do anything. I just chilled, which actually felt pretty good. Slept in. It was nice. The new Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter Wilds, I am really liking it. I made my character, and the character creator in that game really cool. I mean, Capcom they're just great. Do you play video games, Kelsey? So here's what I got for Jay. We get 3 of coins, King of wands, and the High Priestess. And you said this person was a Leo. So they could be reaching out, but hold on. Just the classics: Metal Gear Solid, Club Penguin, the usual. Nothing is usual about that list, Kelsey. I'd hate to break your bubble. Metal Gear Solid and Club Penguin has to be the most diverse options ever. It's like, I mean, have you played the Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid? That's the newest one that was released. I think back when the creator was still working with, is it Konami? I think it's Konami. The newest one is really good. I like it. I did. That was released in 2015. Yes, and it's good. It's good. I need to beat it, but it's an incredible game. One of the it has one of the best atmosphere of any games I've ever played. I love being in the Afghanistan desert and having that. It was never completed. Oh, well, they might re-release it. You never know. Eventually, with completed content, I kind of doubt it, but they re-release all the other ones. But there's supposed to be more content. But Hideo Kojima, that was the name, left before that. Yeah, and he had a pretty nasty split from the company. I remember him and the creator of Mega Man left in this close to the same year, and the creator of Mega Man started the company that worked. Or no. Anyway, you understand, and I don't need to explain it. But I do feel like this person could be reaching out back to you. Just trying to see here. Okay, Jay Leo's feelings for you. Will he ever reach out? I do feel like he will. And it may be a little bit of time, but the only reason I'm thinking it may be, and I don't even know if it'll be that much time, because the King of Wands is upright. The High Priestess, though, being in here, to me, could be it's more of a subconscious thing. So maybe he'll reach out, maybe not. It's looking more likely that he will, though. So I would say he would reach out. The 3 of Coins being right here, how he feels, will he reach out? That was your question. And it's technically 2 questions, but we'll still do this. So 3 of Coins. So if I look at this card, and I'm looking right at this card, I'm seeing this being something where I think there's a good connection there. But as I always say, don't wait for anybody. Don't wait for no man. Okay? I'm assuming Jay's a man. Unless it's short for Jasmine, which would be a weird way to spell Jasmine. But I don't judge. It is weird, though. But yeah, I do think there could be a reach out. So I can't focus necessarily on a time, but it does seem to me like there's a good connection. Like I said, 3 of Coins to me is good. That's community. That's like teamwork. That's cooperation. But if they pulled away, if their energy pulled away in the first place, it's one of those things where, do we want this person to keep coming in and out of our life? How did things end, or how did things go? If it's an amicable thing, that's great. But if one of you really didn't like the other one by the end of it, then it can be kind of a difficult situation. So I'll do this one right here for you, Black Gold Farm. I'll just do your reading right here. Just study and try your best, okay? Asking me what percentage you're going to get makes no sense because the exam hasn't happened yet. And you might be sick when you take the exam. You might not even be able to show up when you take the exam. Something else might happen that makes it so you can't make the exam. So just do your best and study as hard as you can. That way you're not waiting in line. to get an answer. Just study and do the best you can. Don't ask a random person on here what marks you're going to get. Just study, focus, do your best. So you said we went on a few dates and we had a really good connection, but we broke it off because he was interested in casual while I was looking for something serious. Okay. So this person reaching out may not be the best situation then, right? Unless they're also interested in something serious, because the casual thing, it takes all of the woman in that situation has no power in the relationship. If it's casual, you're just giving away your intimate parts, so to speak. And that's not fair to you, right? So Jay, he can just hit the road. And we don't need to hear from him ever again, right? I do feel like he will reach out, which kind of sucks, knowing the situation now. But if he reaches out and his intentions are pure and it's not a casual thing, great. But if he reaches out and he's still wanting to do the casual thing and he's being like kind of cold or hot and cold and being distant and not wanting something more serious, then don't even entertain it, right? Okay. And what was your question, Ari? And you're welcome, Black Gold Farm. Yeah, just always do your best. Or let's see. He's 27 and seems pretty established in career, and he has future goals. Right, but if his future goals don't involve you and it's just casual, that's not fair. I'm 23, so it's like a 4-year age gap. Right. I can understand that. I get it. You guys are wanting something that's more serious, but if they don't want something that's more serious, you're wasting your time. It is impossible to convince someone that is wanting this, not necessarily Playboy lifestyle, but in a way, yeah, I want to commit. Okay, I'll say this right now, Ari. If someone likes you, they will make themselves unbusy. If someone cares about you and they like you, they will make time for you in their life, no matter how busy they are. I've talked with some girls that have 5 kids. They made time for me to talk to me. I talked with people that were doctors. They made time for me. They talked with me. If someone likes you, they will make time for you, no matter how busy they are. Has nothing to do with anything. You can always find time to message someone, even if it's to say, hey, I'm sorry, I can't message you right now. I'm busy. This was last year, and I was 20 then, too. I'm still 20. He's 6 years older than me, that other guy, Kelsey. I'm a techie. Yeah, I'm a techie. Yeah, man, exactly. No, I hear you. I hear you. Just like I said, know that if they like you, they will make it known and they will make time for you. And it will be something you'll be like, oh, okay. You'll get the attention you want, you deserve. But if they don't like you, they won't pay attention to you and you will know it. And then trying to look at that and trying to say, oh, they're just busy or they're just that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Trust your instincts, everyone. Trust your instincts and say, if they're busy, if they're too busy for me, they're too busy, period. And just get away from that situation. It's not worth it to try and beg to get people's attention. Not saying you guys did. I'm just saying some people act like they're so busy, and you're never too busy to have a real connection with someone else. That could be a significant other. Some men really act as if they can't have both a good career and a good woman who they can commit to. Exactly. They would never be too busy for somebody they really want. 100%. 100% every time. Why are men like that? It seems so hard to actually get into a relationship nowadays. Men are like that because we're told, okay, a relationship requires commitment. Commitment requires kind of a level of self-understanding and emotional intimacy with yourself. Men do not have those things. We are told to run from those things. Men are told in so many ways. Men are told how to not be a woman, but they're not told how to be a man. And that's incredibly insulting. And it makes it so there's a culture of men that do not respect women in the slightest. And it is an incredibly hard situation, right? Do you mind sharing your sexuality? If you don't want to share it, I'm trisexual. I will try anything. No, I am straight. I'm a straight dude. So that is my sexuality. But the only reason for myself, why I'm in touch with my emotions, and I had a time where I wasn't. 9 years ago, 9 or 10 years ago, I was not an emotional person at all. Wasn't in touch with my emotions, and I had a lot of weird health issues, like a lot of weird like mental things going on. I would disassociate a lot. I didn't feel like I was in my body. I had a bunch of weird stuff, and I was not the best person back then. Because when I was younger, I developed habits that tried to protect me. But as I got older, those same things didn't work, but I didn't know how to let go of the things that were hurting me when I got older. Eventually, though, I learned how to have my emotions and feel them, and I'm not perfect at it, but that's just how it is. And I think I developed a lot of those protection mechanisms because when I was young, very, very young, I almost died multiple times. Like I was on death's door more than you guys could probably think of. Seizures, fevers, infections, all that stuff. It was bad. And I was, well, thank you. I'm glad I'm still alive too. I think that's what helped me to be psychic, to be honest. But then I had a bunch of stuff when I was younger that was, some of it was paranormal, some of it was not paranormal, but a lot of it shaped me to be who I am now. No, don't be sorry, because it made me who I am. Those things had to happen for me to be who I am, and I love who I am. There's days that are more difficult. There's days that there's the trauma, there's whatever, but I'm glad to be where I am now. Thank you, Jane, Aubrey. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate that. But don't feel sorry for me. Everyone has their trials and tribulations, and I'm not trying to get that sympathy, but I do appreciate you guys being very kind with that. But it's just one of those things. You have to have a sense of awareness when you're a man in this world. You have to have a sense of awareness for a woman to feel comfortable. And a lot of men do not put the woman first. There's a book. I don't think I have it. I did at one point when my ex was yeah. And it was the book called, and the title's great. The book was called She Comes First. And I thought that's a funny title for a book. But it basically talks about how it's very important to focus on the woman in the relationship, to have them feel like they can have intimacy, to have them feel like they can be safe in a safe space. And a lot of men are brutes when it comes to that. They are not very good at being adaptable and kind in certain situations, and especially in emotional ones when it requires that intimacy. Like I said, the commitment part, a man has to want to commit to himself and to understanding himself, and there has to be a sense of emotional maturity to do that. And that's what you would want in a relationship anyway. You don't want a commitment from someone that doesn't have emotional capacity. And a lot of these men, they don't have that emotional capacity, right? And so it's a tricky situation. Because I've talked to a lot of girls, and so many of them have integrity and honor and pride, and they have all of those things. But then I've heard women's dating stories, and so many men pretend to be those things and they don't have them. They're not earnest, they're not honest, and it makes it tricky. And then even if they are honest and they say they want something casual, or they say they want something like this, some women will get with them and think, I can change this person. No, you can't. You cannot. I can guarantee you, no. Like you're wasting your time, your precious time, on someone who isn't into that. And that's the part that sucks. Right. And so yeah, I get it. I understand it. It's tricky. That's why I broke it off when he mentioned that he just wanted to go on casual dates. And Kelsey, that's awesome. More power to you. More power to you, because that shows you that you have the integrity to keep on going after what you want to go after. And that's what's important. That's what I'm afraid of, but I don't want to waste time either. Time is going to go by whether we want it to or not. So we have to be focusing on looking for what we want to look for. We can worry and we can focus on wasting time, or we can try to look and do as much as we can to make it so that we can do better in the future, right? Read books. You're welcome, Kelsey. Read books, try to understand things from different perspectives, and keep learning as much as we can, because anxiety is the mind killer. If we can do something to ease that anxiety by reading, by learning, let's have that be something we focus on. Because, just being anxious doesn't help us anymore. And maybe I'm being a bit of a hard ass on that, because I've started taking my life in that direction. Good. That's what you're doing. Perfect. That's good. I started taking my life in that direction a few months ago, and I'm just going for it, because the fear of not doing it is now something that's motivating me. I need to do things. I need to get out there. I need to do these things and grow and evolve. And the fear of not doing it is what scares me. The fear of being on my deathbed and having regrets. At least if I tried, I can be like, you know what? I tried. I did my best. And even if I failed, I know that I made progress, because failing means that I'm trying, right? Success isn't the end goal. Failing is meaning that I'm trying. And progress is something that happens with the small little steps made over many, many days and weeks. Because eventually you're taking huge leaps and bounds. It doesn't feel like it in the moment. But yeah. Thank you, Aubrey. I appreciate that. Okay, so okay, we had more here. Okay. Okay, Ari, what was your question? Very true, Gene. Don't waste your time on people that don't value you. Absolutely. And how do you know if someone values you or not? You feel appreciated. Simple as that. If you guys are wondering, does this person value me or not? They don't value you. It's as simple as that. A lot of us have fear of commitment. A lot of us have anxieties about relationships, but the person should make us feel heard, seen, and validated. And if we're having doubts, they should help us to, if they want to be with us, they should make us feel better about the doubts. They should try to work through those doubts with us because they want to be with us. If they seem annoyed or they feel like it's obligation or something like that. Did I answer, Ari? Maybe I did. I don't think I answered. Okay, maybe I did answer. Okay, I'm sorry. So then Cambanese, are you still here? I get talking about this stuff and I get lost in the sauce, so to speak. I think that means what I think it means. And I don't know what that means. So I try to understand everything from a philosophical. Oh, okay. You got it. Moricario's feelings towards Ari. Okay. I try to understand everything from a philosophical concept because it helps me to look at life in a bigger picture kind of way. If I focus too much on my issues, my problems, the way I see the world, then I miss the lessons that I feel like are there for me to learn. But if I see it from a philosophical point of view, or from a larger point of view, I can depersonalize my experience and try to understand it bigger picture, right? I still focus on my stuff, but in a context of like trying, okay, I go to the gym almost every day. On my way there is a cemetery. That's where you die. And it's not where you die, but it's where you go after you die, where the physical body goes after you die. And that to me is a reminder, because I cut through the cemetery. I go on a path, I cut through the cemetery, and it reminds me every day to be grateful for, being where I am now, to be grateful to still have life in me, to be grateful to still go out and do what it is I want to do. And I think for me, that helps me to get rid of the littler shit that doesn't really matter as much. Because life is a lot of noise. And sometimes, most times, that noise is not beneficial. You remote viewed this? I am curious what you mean by that. So for Ari, the cemetery and you, well, hopefully not with the gravestone and everything. But that's cool, Ari. I didn't know you remote viewed that. That is interesting. So this must have just jogged your memory, so to speak. I don't like jogging. 7 of Swords. Okay, for Ari and Mercutio. Mercury poisoning. Yeah, you're still here. Okay, Mercutio's feelings towards Ari. All right. I have no idea if I'm saying that name right. Cemetery and me just standing there. 10 of Wands. Yeah, so I walk by it. There's like a ravine or a ditch, a big rivery ditchety thingy separating me and the cemetery, but it's on the other side. And so I'm like basically right there. 7 of Coins. 7 of Swords is stealing your thoughts, stealing your peace, not giving you a sense of comfort. Mauricio. Mauricio? Is that how you say it? Mauricio. Okay, I like that name now, but I'm not saying it like some kind of peasant. Or it's a Mexican name. I have trouble with American names, so you can only imagine if yeah. Mauricio? G or C depends on which country they're from. G. I pronounce it C. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. So we're going to try this again. Mauricio. That's what we'll go for. Not that it matters. Because I will forget immediately. How are you? Oh, I guess I didn't charge it. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so 7 of Swords, 10 of Wands in reverse, and 7 of Coins. I feel like this person is hiding their true intentions or their feelings. If I see 10 of Wands in reverse, it feels to me like the person isn't letting you know everything. It feels like they're hiding something. 7 of Coins here, there could possibly be a relationship, but it does feel to me like there's, oh my, not the 7 of Swords. Yeah, 7 of Swords is kind of the Yeah, I do not like that energy. No, it's like I said, it's something hiding. It's someone hiding something from you. It's a duplicitous card. It's stealing away that peace of mind, but generally it's a card of like stealing. I don't know if it's necessarily a relationship, but to me it feels like there's definitely hiding something. I would say just be careful with this person's energy because it does feel like there's something this person isn't telling you. He's definitely acting single if that's the case. Well, innocent until proven guilty, right? Maybe the energy I'm reading could be a different kinds of situation. No, Cambanese, you'll be next though. He-a-ho. That is what he-a-ho. Okay. Yes. He's a hoe. Is it too late to post? No, you can post, and then I think I'm going to head off for the night. But Cambanese, you post. What other things are you picking up on that might be bad? I'm going to say just be careful. That's going to be what I'm going to say there. 7 of Swords, 10 of Wands in reverse, 7 of Coins. I'm not getting anything psychically other than that, so these 3 cards are what I'm going off of. I'm just going to say be careful. Before you do anything or think of doing anything with this person, make sure that they seem on the up and up. That's all I'm going to say. Just be careful, play your cards right, so to speak, and just don't necessarily believe what the person says. Focus on the actions that they have towards you and see if they follow through on what they're saying. Yeah, I hope not, Gene, but at this point it's a possibility. He doesn't give off the hoe vibes, though, not yet. Hopefully it's not the hoe vibes, but just in case, just be careful with that. And if there is something there, like I've said many, many times, if it's an intimacy thing, wait until you know this person. Go on like 8 or 9 dates before you give that away, right? And make sure you know this person. If you're wanting a relationship, if you're wanting something that's real and genuine, this person can wait. Do not think, and I know women have urges too, but don't think that you have to give out. Don't think you have to do anything, all right? Just focus on you being you, and if this person truly is the one, they will be patient. They will wait for you to want to do stuff with them. They will respect your boundaries, and they won't try to force you or push you into anything. As soon as a man's trying to force you or push you into anything, then get out of there. So hopefully that makes sense, Ari. Just be careful. Be cautious. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Cambanese, you're welcome. You realize you're 10 minutes behind on the live stream. I've already done your reading like 3 different times, Camban. No, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. You are the next one up, the last one up, if you will. Will you get the vessel coordinator job at NLI, vessel coordinator job? Usually guys that are not that good for me give off bad vibes that I can pick up on right away, or I just feel like something is off. Then hopefully I'm wrong, Ari. Hopefully I'm wrong, and he turns out to be a good dude. 7 of Swords being the first card that pops up, though. Let your intuition pick up more and just see how things are going. Just, and like I said, let things happen gradually. And if this person tries to speed things up in any way, even if you're wanting it to, slow things down a little bit. The woman leads the relationship and the man will follow suit. So you have to be like, chill with it. And then if he's not, that's a red flag right there. Because you get to be the one that kind of calls the shots, what you're comfortable with, what you're not. And if this person tries to step over those boundaries or tries to make you feel bad for having them, get out of that situation. Okay, will Cambanese get the NLI? Let's see. Will you get the vessel coordinator job at NLI? Let's look at that. Okay. All right, here we go. We got 5 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 4 of Cupids, That's cups for you people that don't know how to say koopies. So 5 of wands, ace of wands, 4 of cups in reverse. I think you'll get it, but there's going to be competition. So it might be between you and some other people. Ace of wands, though, to me is saying that I feel like you do stand out. I do feel like you stand out in this kind of thing. 4 of cups in reverse, it could take a little bit longer than you're thinking to hear back from these people. Doesn't mean that they're not going to say anything back. It just means, to me, it feels like they're busy. There could be more candidates. There could be something like that. It's looking good, though. But the 5 of wands could be just there's competition for this kind of job. So I'm hoping you do get it. It's looking good to me. But, it's one of those things. You just kind of have to wait and see. But so far, what I'm seeing here is looking good. Actually, on his Facebook, he has 11 friends, and from what it seems, they are all girls. But he hasn't given off F-boy vibes towards me. Maybe it's an old account of his. Could be. Could be. Like I said, Ari, give it time. It's not a lot, but still, why are all his Facebook friends girls? Probably because he talks to them. Maybe. I don't know. Or it could be an old account. In my opinion, and I'll say it like this, right? If you're talking to someone and they're friends with all girls, it's not necessarily a negative. But if they're still talking with a bunch of girls after they're with you frequently, that may not be a good sign, right? I personally get along with the opposite gender. I have friends that are girls. Most of them online. Most of my friends online are girls. But I'm not an F-boy. I'm not saying this person is either. I'm just saying be careful. Maybe he doesn't even... Hey there, Venetius. Maybe he doesn't even go on social media that often, or just doesn't add many people, or maybe those girls are his family members or from his school or something. Maybe, right? Yeah, just don't look too much into that, Ari. Focus more on the energy the person gives off. If they do something and they follow through on their actions, and they do stuff like that. So that would be something I would focus on. And then but yeah, that would be something. Makes sense. The job posting closed the day. You have a good one, Aubrey. It makes sense. The job posting closed the day after I applied. It was up for a week, so probably a lot of applicants. I appreciate your insight, Chance. Thank you. You're welcome. Is that Yoshi at the window? Yes, that's Yoshi. 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 Don't jump like that. You're gonna hurt your chunks. I know. All right. You wanting food? Are you hungry? You're hungry? All right. I gotta go feed. Let me do this. I'll show you guys the Yoshers. There we go. There he is. He's blind just like Daddy. Not quite just like me, but yeah. Thank you, everyone. Yes. Subscribe, comment, share, hit the like button. He's bigger than I thought. Yes, he's a big cat. But he's really not. He's just very thick-boned, you see. But everyone, I will see you tomorrow, 7:15 Mountain Standard Time. Take care, everybody. Have a good Monday, rest of your Monday, and Tuesday, and Wednesday. And may it go on and forever and ever. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. But I will see you guys. Take care. Thanks, Gene, for coming on. and everyone else in Cantonese and Venetius and whoever else is watching. I know. He's hungry. I gotta go. Let's see you guys. Okay. Toodaloo.